1 second. If the electron of hydrogen is excited to fourth excited state, in the total number of spectral lines in the Paschen series. Question number 13, if we solve, fourth excited state is n equal to 5. Okay. Number of lines in the Paschen series. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paschen series is lines terminating at n equal to 3. So 5 to 3 and 4 to 3. There are only 2 lines in the Paschen series. Easy है ये तो. Answer will be 2. Vatsal? Understood? Any other doubt in Get Equipped to JEE Main? We cannot use a formula here. ठीक है, formula use नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि we have to count only the number of lines in the Paschen series, not all lines between 5 and 3. If we count all lines between 5 and 3, we'll also count one line of bracket series, that is 5 to 4. If we count all the lines between n equal to 5 and n equal to 3, we'll get 3 lines. That will include one line from the bracket series, that is 5 to 4 line. ठीक है? हाँ वीर, ओके, क्या डाउट है बोलो. One second. You have any doubt, Veer? Okay.
Sir,
Bolo.
yes, sir. Sir, on the group ad asked about a doubt on limiting line.
Last line is the limiting line.
But actually, in the same question bank, in the next question, they had actually written the meaning of limiting line as first line, that is alpha line.
No, limiting line is the last line, series limit.
Infinity to n. Okay, sir.
Okay, but if it is specifically mentioned that limiting line is the alpha line, then we'll take it as the alpha line. Limiting matlab either the lower limit or the higher limit.
Okay, sir.
Normally series limit is the last line.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है? So let us continue with the quantum mechanical model. Okay, quantum mechanical model में we had discussed about psi square. Psi is a amplitude function of electron wave. It's simply a mathematical term. It is associated with an electron. We describe electron as a wave around the nucleus, and that wave is described by a mathematical function that is psi. Square of this represents probability density. Okay, the value of psi may be positive, may be negative, may be 0 at different points around the nucleus. Psi is a function of x, y, z. Okay. The value of psi square represents probability density. And total probability of finding electron around the nucleus is 1. So integral of psi square dv is 1. dv can be written as dx into dy into dz. The integral of psi square into dx into dy into dz is equal to 1. So for psi to represent an electron, this integral must be equal to 1. So this is called normalization of the electron wave function. Also, for every particle, the stationary wave must satisfy the Schrodinger wave equation. And the Schrodinger wave equation in the form which we have to remember is del square psi plus del x2, del square psi upon del x2 plus del square psi upon del y2 plus del square psi upon del z2 plus h pi square m by h square e minus v psi is equal to 0, which is the Schrodinger wave equation. Okay, the different terms, del represents partial differential. Okay, whenever we have a function of two or more variables, okay, we can differentiate it with respect to one variable by keeping the other variables constant. That is partial differentiation. Okay. All those functions in x, y, z which satisfy the Schrodinger equation as well as the normalization, okay, are known as acceptable solutions for electron wave, and they are known as eigenfunctions. functions. Each of these eigenfunctions functions will represent a particular orbital at a particular energy level. What is an orbital? Corresponding to each of these wave functions, we'll get a characteristic distribution of electrons around the nucleus, characteristic probability distribution of electrons around the nucleus. Okay? And this distribution results in an orbital. What is an orbital? Orbital is a three-dimensional region in space around the nucleus in which probability of finding an electron is maximum. Okay? The concept of orbits is replaced by the concept of orbitals. Actually, orbits do not exist. Energy levels do exist, but orbits do not exist. It's better to understand electrons in orbitals rather than electrons in orbits. Clear है ये? So each orbital is described by a wave function. Each orbital has a characteristic wave function. Has a characteristic function in x, y, z. So different orbitals will have different functions in x, y, z. Normally these functions are very complicated. Okay. So with the help of these functions, we represent these orbitals, okay, some by a set of numbers. Okay. A simplified way to represent these functions, represent these orbitals, is by a set of numbers, and these numbers are called as quantum numbers. So next we'll study about quantum numbers and how these quantum numbers are used to represent the orbitals, okay, and electrons within an orbital. So next topic which we'll study is quantum numbers. It is a set of numbers used to represent orbitals and electrons within an orbital in a simplified manner. First of all, we have principal quantum number. एक सेकंड रुकना. ठीक है, प्रिंसिपल क्वांटम नंबर डिनोटेड बाय n. ठीक है, देखो orbitals may be of different sizes, orbitals may be of different shapes, and sometimes a particular orbital may have different orientations. It may be oriented in different directions. So what are orbitals? Orbitals are regions in space. We may have a spherical region of high probability. We may have a dumbbell shaped region of high probability. The orbitals may be of different shapes. Orbitals may be of different sizes, a smaller orbital, larger orbital, and so on. And depending on the shape and size of the orbitals, they will be of different energies. Okay. So depending on the energies of the orbitals, we classify them as orbitals at energy level 1, orbitals at energy level 2, orbitals at energy level 3, and so on. Okay. The principal quantum number often represents or denotes the size of the orbital. In general, the smaller the orbital is, electrons are closer to the nucleus, they are of lower energy. And larger the orbital is, electrons are of higher energy. Okay. So principal quantum number actually denotes the size of the orbital. Smaller value of n represents smaller orbitals, larger value of n represents larger orbital. Okay. We can relate this to the conventional orbit number. Okay. Smaller value of n is the lower energy level, higher value of n is the higher energy level. आ रहा है समझ में? So we'll write this point. It denotes the size of an orbital. In terms of energy, it denotes the primary energy levels, denotes the energy levels which is analogous to Bohr orbits. What can be the values of n? N can have values starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. N equal to 1 is the first energy level or the first orbit. When we compare it to the Bohr's model, it refers to the first orbit or the first energy level, first shell or the first energy level. Shell is same as orbit. N equal to 2, second energy level or the second shell or the second orbit. So actually, there is nothing called as an orbit, but definitely we have something called as energy levels. Okay. So first orbit is actually first energy level. Orbits actually practically exist नहीं करते हैं. ठीक है, तो हमने मतलब बोर्स मॉडल कैन एक्सप्लेन द हाइड्रोजन स्पेक्ट्रम. तो ऑर्बिट टर्म जब भी यूज करेंगे इट इज एक्चुअली रेफरिंग टू दैट पर्टिकुलर एनर्जी लेवल. फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट इज रेफरिंग टू द ऑर्बिटल इन विच इलेक्ट्रॉन हैज एन एनर्जी ऑफ -13.6 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट. ठीक है, सेकेंड ऑर्बिट विल रेफर टू द इलेक्ट्रॉन दैट इज हैविंग एन एनर्जी ऑफ -3.4 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट. So in terms of energy, the Bohr's model is correct. But in terms of calculation of radius, in terms of calculation of speed, in terms of the exact motion of the electron, the Bohr's model is not accurate. Okay. So to be true, we can only talk about probability of finding electron at a given point. We cannot talk about the exact position and exact speed of the electron. So therefore, although we use the term orbits, but orbit is actually representing the energy levels. So n equal to 2 will be the second shell or the second orbit or the second energy level and so on. Clear है ये? Is this clear to everyone? टर्न करूं पेज? नेक्स्ट देखो, एंड सो ऑन. Also, we represent the shells as K, L, M, n equal to 1 is also called as the K shell. These are conventional nomenclatures still used. N equal to 2 is the L shell, n equal to 3 is the M shell, and so on, etc. Okay, these nomenclatures are still used. So smaller value of n represents smaller orbitals, okay, in which electrons are closer to the nucleus. That means they are of lower energy. Higher value of n means larger orbitals. Electrons are, okay, at a larger distance from the nucleus. They are of higher energy. But still, this quantum number does not talk about anything about the shape of the orbital. Orbitals may be of different shapes, and shape is described by a second quantum number called as the azimuthal quantum number or the angular momentum quantum number. Okay. One formula that is associated with n is mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. This is the calculation for Bohr's angular momentum or orbit angular momentum. You can write this as orbit angular momentum. It is not the accurate angular momentum because orbits do not actually exist and electrons are not in a circular motion. But still, for calculation, if anywhere if it is asked the orbit angular momentum is mvr and it is calculated as nh by 2 pi, okay, which is what this formula was given by Bohr. Okay. Now we'll talk about the next quantum number, which describes the shape of an orbital. So that is called as the azimuthal quantum number or angular momentum quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number और angular momentum quantum number denoted by L. ठीक है, एक सेकंड रुकना. 1 second. So azimuthal quantum number or angular momentum quantum number, we'll say that it denotes the shape of an orbital. Within a particular energy level, for a particular value of n, we can have different shapes. Okay? And each different shape, okay, for the same size, we can have different shapes. For the same size or for comparable sizes, okay, we can have different shapes. And for different shapes, the energies may be slightly different. Okay? We say that within a shell, we have some subshells. Each subshell will represent orbitals of a characteristic shape. Okay? So conventionally, if we compare this to the Bohr's model and if we have a similar analogy, we say that L represents subshells within a shell. It represents subshells, ब्रैकेट में लिख सकते हैं सब एनर्जी लेवल्स और सब ऑर्बिट्स within an orbit or a shell. It represents subshells within a shell. एक सेकेंड. ठीक है, टर्न करूं पेज. The values of L, the different possible shapes within a given size or within a given energy level depends on the values of n. ठीक है, azimuthal quantum number की जो values हैं that depend on the principal quantum number, it is found that values of L start from 0 and they end at n minus 1. They start from 0 up to n minus 1, L equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n minus 1. ठीक है. Each value of L represents a particular subshell or orbitals of a particular shape. We name these subshells or name these orbitals. L equal to 0 is used for S subshell. It consists of spherical orbitals. L equal to 1 stands for P subshell. P subshell consists of dumbbell shaped orbitals. ये एग्जैक्ट शेप कैसा ये ड्रॉ करके मैं अलग से बताऊंगा, बट अभी लिख लो बस. ठीक है. L equal to 1 stands for the P subshell dumbbell shaped orbital. L equal to 2 stands for the D subshell. Which are double dumbbell shaped. And L equal to 3 stands for F subshell, which are leaf shaped. ठीक है, ये प्रीवियस पेज देख लो. हो गया अभी? ठीक है. तो beyond L equal to 3 also we can have subshells. Theoretically L equal to 4, 5, 6 etc are possible, but generally we don't talk about, ठीक है, subshells beyond L equal to 3. तो अभी के लिए हम बस L equal to 3 तक subshells पढ़ेंगे. ठीक है, ऐसे theoretically L equal to 4 can be a G subshell and so on, but we'll not talk about any subshells beyond L equal to 3. Why we don't talk about, we'll understand that later on. ठीक है, when we write the electronic configuration of different elements, we'll realize that, ठीक है, subshells beyond the F subshell are not filled actually. ठीक है, therefore we don't talk about subshells beyond, ठीक है, L equal to 3. ठीक है, one important formula that is related to L is orbital angular momentum, and this is the actual angular momentum of an electron, because electrons are present in orbitals, not in orbits. So orbital angular momentum is the actual angular momentum of an electron, and the orbital angular momentum is calculated by the formula root under L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi. Root under L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi. So whenever the question asks find the angular momentum of electron, we'll apply this formula, orbital angular momentum. Unless it specifically asks about the orbit angular momentum, we'll not talk about orbit angular momentum. Orbit angular momentum is not the correct calculation, because electron का वो जो motion हमने Bohr's model में study किया था, that is not the correct motion of an electron. Actual motion is unpredictable. ठीक है, तो orbital angular momentum still has been calculated and has been determined, and it is equal to root under L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi. ठीक है, clear है ये? One important point we can say that as L depends on n, अगर n का वैल्यू 1 है तो L की एक ही वैल्यू पॉसिबल है, L इक्वल टू 0. अगर n का वैल्यू 2 है तो L के दो वैल्यूज पॉसिबल है. L can start from 0 and end at n minus 1. तो 2 minus 1, L can starts from 0 and it can go up to 1. If n equal to 3, then L can have three values, 0, 1, 2. तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि in a given orbit, ठीक है, in a given orbit, all subshells are not possible. In the first orbit, we can have only one subshell. In the second orbit, we have two subshells. In the third orbit, we have three subshells. So from here, we can conclude that number of subshells in a given shell, number of subshells in a given shell or in a given orbit is equal to n, is equal to the principal quantum number. N equal to 4 will have 4 subshells, n equal to 5 can have 5 subshells, and so on. Clear है ये point? ठीक है, टर्न करूं पेज. नेक्स्ट देखो, टर्न करूं पेज. ओके, तो दो इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूले किए हमने. नंबर ऑफ सबशेल्स इन अ गिवन शेल इज इक्वल टू n, और वी कैन से दैट नंबर ऑफ पॉसिबल डिफरेंट शेप्स within a given energy level, number of possible different shapes of orbitals within a given energy level is equal to n. ठीक है, टर्न करूं अभी. आ रहा है सबको समझ में? तो प्रिंसिपल क्वांटम नंबर डिनोट्स द साइज ऑफ द ऑर्बिटल. n equal to 1 the smallest orbitals, n equal to 2 the larger orbitals, n equal to 3 even larger, n equal to 4 even larger. And for a given size of the orbital, that means for electrons at a particular energy level, larger orbital मतलब higher energy, ठीक है, तो उस particular energy पे how many different shapes are possible, that will be given by the different values of L. If we can have two different values of L, मतलब two different shapes are possible. If we have three different values of L, we can have three different shapes possible, which is also called as different subshells. Now orbitals are regions, three-dimensional regions. They are characterized by their shape, their size, as well as their orientation. So there is a third quantum number, which explains the orientation of orbitals. There is a third quantum number which represents the orientation of orbitals. The third quantum number will write the magnetic quantum number. थर्ड क्वांटम नंबर हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? मैग्नेटिक क्वांटम नंबर. It is denoted by letter M. It is denoted by letter M. ठीक है, we'll write about this. It denotes the orientation of orbitals. For a given shape, it denotes orientation of orbitals. So within a subshell, for a particular shape, we can have different orientations. Okay. So each and every orientation is represented by a particular value of m. Okay. So we can say that orbitals can be classified into subshells and shells. Okay. So within a shell, we have subshells, and within a subshell, we have orbitals of different orientations. So for completely describing an orbital, we need three quantities. We need three quantum numbers. Three quantum numbers, n, l, and m. The principal quantum number, the azimuthal quantum number, and magnetic quantum number. These three quantum numbers together define a particular orbital. Okay? One will define the size, one will define the shape, and the third will define the orientation of the orbital. Okay? What can be the different values of m? M can have values. Again, values of m depend on L. ठीक है, जैसे values of L depend on n, values of m will depend on L. M can have values from minus L to plus L through 0. All integers from minus L to plus L through 0. ठीक है, ऐसे एग्जाम्पल देखो, L equal to 0 can have only one value of m, m equal to 0. तो जैसे L equal to 0 कौन सा शेप था? स्फेरिकल शेप. Spherical shape cannot have different orientations. It is direction independent. The probability of finding electron is uniform in all the directions. ठीक है, स्फेरिकल ऑर्बिटल कुछ ऐसा होता है. अगर ये कोऑर्डिनेट एक्सिस है एक्स वाई जेड, स्फेरिकल ऑर्बिटल हम ऐसा रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. There is a spherical region around the nucleus in which probability of finding electron is maximum. If L equal to 1, then we have a dumbbell shaped orbital. Then m can have three values. M can have minus 1, m can be 0, m can be plus 1. From minus L to plus L through 0. All integers starting from minus L to plus L, including minus L and plus L. Okay? So the three orientations are possible for L equal to 1. Okay? Jैसे L equal to 1 is a dumbbell shaped orbital. We have a dumbbell shaped orbital along x-axis, which is called px. We have a dumbbell shaped orbital along y-axis, which is called py. So three different orientations: orbitals directed along x-axis, orbitals directed along y-axis, orbitals directed along z-axis. So different values of m represent different orientations of orbital. अब ये जो मैंने shapes बनाए हैं, ठीक है, these are not the motion of electron. मतलब ये किसी भी तरीके से this does not represent motion of electron. ऐसा नहीं कि इलेक्ट्रॉन ऐसे ऐसे घूम रहा है, ठीक है, just it is representing regions in space where probability of finding electron is maximum. ये shaded portions में finding probability of finding electron is high. Outside the shaded regions, probability of finding electron is low or almost zero. ठीक है, clear है ये? So this is the s orbital. These are the px, py, and pz orbital. All these three are p orbitals. We can have three different orientations for p orbitals. आ रहा है समझ में? So how many p orbitals are possible in a given subshell? We can have three p orbitals. How many s orbitals are possible in a given subshell? Only one s orbital is present in a given subshell. ठीक है, आ रहा है समझ में? टर्न करूं पेज? नेक्स्ट देखो, नेक्स्ट विल टॉक अबाउट डी ओनली. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis. Then we have L equal to 2, L equal to 2, M can have 5 values, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So we can have 5 d orbitals in a given subshell. These will all represent d orbitals. So we can have 5 d orbitals in a given d subshell. ठीक है, if we have L equal to 3, ये shapes मैं अलग से draw करूंगा बाद में, ठीक है, d orbitals के shapes, ठीक है, अभी बस इतना लिख लो, L equal to 3, then we'll start from -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. We'll get 7 d orbitals in an 7 f orbitals. M के 7 वैल्यू L M के 7 वैल्यूज आ रहे हैं, मतलब 7 डिफरेंट ओरिएंटेशंस आर पॉसिबल. तो f orbitals will have 7 different f orbitals in a given f subshell. तो यहाँ पे देखो कुछ फॉर्मूले देखो. नंबर ऑफ orbitals within a subshell. Number of orbitals of the same shape within a given subshell is 2l plus 1. And each orbit can have different values of L. So number of orbitals in a given shell will be summation of 2l plus 1, where L starts from 0 to n minus 1. इसकी वैल्यू निकालेंगे तो it comes out to be n square. The number of orbitals in a given shell is equal to n square. एक गिवन शेल में गिवन ऑर्बिट में कितने ऑर्बिटल्स आएंगे, दैट इज इक्वल टू n स्क्वायर. All these three quantum numbers n, l, and m were derived from the eigenfunctions obtained from the Schrodinger wave equation. ठीक है, तो all these three quantum numbers, the quantum numbers n, l, and m were derived from the Schrodinger wave equation, were obtained from the Schrodinger wave equation, which are required to describe an orbital. So an orbital is described by three quantum numbers n, l, and m. Clear है ये? टर्न करूं? इसका एक एग्जांपल देख लो. एक एग्जांपल से मैं ये फॉर्मूला एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूं. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन दिस फॉर्मूला विद द हेल्प ऑफ एन एग्जांपल. सपोज कि n का वैल्यू 4 है. ठीक है, सपोज कि n का वैल्यू 4 है. अगर n का वैल्यू 4 है तो l की क्या क्या वैल्यूज पॉसिबल है? l कैन बी 0, l कैन बी 1, l कैन बी 2 एंड l कैन बी 3. तो l के 3 वैल्यूज पॉसिबल है, सॉरी 4 वैल्यूज पॉसिबल है. l इक्वल टू 0 में m का एक ही वैल्यू पॉसिबल है 0. l इक्वल टू 1 में m के 3 वैल्यूज पॉसिबल है -1, 0, 1. l इक्वल टू 2 में m के 5 वैल्यूज पॉसिबल हैं. और l इक्वल टू 3 में m के 7 वैल्यूज पॉसिबल है -3, -2, -1, 0, 1 एंड 2 एंड 3. तो फॉर n इक्वल टू 4 we have 4 different values of l. For each value of l we have different values of m. Let us count all these different possible values. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आया 1, यहाँ पे आया 3. In the l equal to 2 we have 5, in the l equal to 3 we have 7. If we add all these, we get total number of orbitals is equal to 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. 4 plus 5, 9 plus 7, 16, which is nothing but 4 square. So formula clear hai? Total number of orbitals within a given orbit will be equal to n square. Understood this example? समझा सबको? ठीक है, we will also write this point. The quantum numbers n, l and m can describe an orbital completely and have been derived from have been obtained from the Schrodinger wave equation. The acceptable solutions of the Schrodinger wave equation. प्रीवियस पेज देखना है, एक बार प्रीवियस पेज देख लो अच्छे से. नेक्स्ट देखो. Now we'll talk about the fourth quantum number, that is the spin quantum number. And this quantum number has not been obtained from the Schrodinger wave equation. Actually, it has been found that electrons occupy the orbitals which are described by n, l and m, and it is found that a given orbital can have a maximum of 2 electrons. Okay, and these 2 electrons are such that they are arranged in an orbital in such a manner that there is some magnetic moment associated with these electrons. ठीक है, हमेशा देखो चार्ज से moving charge produces some magnetic field, current produces magnetic field. तो थोड़ा बहुत तुम लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा magnetic effects of current, solenoid. So when electron is moving inside an atom, that electron also produces some, the motion of electron constitutes the moving charge. Moving charge produces some magnetic field. Okay? We talk about something called as spin only magnetic moment. It has been found that atoms and molecules in which all electrons are paired, they are diamagnetic. Diamagnetic, they do not show any magnetic behavior. Whereas atoms or molecules which have one or more unpaired electron, they tend to be magnetic. So the magnetic field that is produced by atoms, that is produced by electrons in an atoms, is related to whether all electrons are paired or not. And generally pairing results in cancellation of magnetic fields in the opposite direction. So we related this to spin of an electron because spin can have only two directions, either clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So as even number of electrons result in cancellation of the magnetic field, odd number of electrons result in some magnetic field, finite magnetic field. So therefore we relate this to spin, and hence this quantum number is called spin quantum number. So we write that electron in an orbital, okay, can have a clockwise spin or an anti-clockwise spin. So we'll write this point. Spin quantum number, it denotes two spin states of an electron within an orbital. In an orbital, it denotes the two spin states of electron in an orbital. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट देखो, कुछ और पॉइंट लिख सकते हैं हम इस क्वांटम नंबर से रिलेटेड. एन ऑर्बिटल कैन हैव a maximum of 2 electrons with opposite spin. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. So spin quantum number can have only two values. Okay, one corresponding to a positive clockwise spin, one corresponding to anti-clockwise spin. The two values that have been defined for spin quantum number is S can be either plus half or minus half. One represents the clockwise spin, one represents the anti-clockwise spin. ठीक है, ऐसा कोई कन्वेंशन नहीं है कि प्लस हाफ इज क्लॉकवाइज एंड माइनस हाफ इज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज. इट कैन बी वाइस वर्सा ऑल्सो. प्लस हाफ में रिप्रेजेंट एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, माइनस हाफ में रिप्रेजेंट क्लॉकवाइज. ठीक है, तो एवरी ऑर्बिटल कैन हैव अ मैक्सिमम ऑफ 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. ठीक है, एंड बोथ दीज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल हैव ऑपोजिट स्पिन. एक इलेक्ट्रॉन का स्पिन अगर पॉजिटिव होगा प्लस हाफ होगा, दूसरे इलेक्ट्रॉन का स्पिन माइनस हाफ होगा. व्हाई ओनली प्लस हाफ एंड माइनस हाफ? This is related to the magnetic field associated with an electron. Therefore, these numbers plus half and minus half. ठीक है, तो exact explanation कि हमने केवल plus half और minus half क्यों रखा, plus 1 minus 1 क्यों नहीं रखा, that is beyond the understanding of, beyond our scope at present. They will not be able to understand that. But what is important that it is related to the magnetic field that is being produced by electrons. ठीक है, तो अभी तक जितनी भी चीजें हमने पढ़ी है क्वांटम नंबर्स में, एक बार समराइज कर लेता हूं मैं. लेट अस समराइज ऑल दीज पॉइंट्स. देयर आर 4 क्वांटम नंबर्स: the principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and spin quantum number. The first 3 quantum numbers describe an orbital, and the third quantum number, the fourth quantum number describes electron in an orbital. For complete description of an orbital, we need 3 quantum numbers. For complete description of an electron, we need 4 quantum numbers. The first 3 quantum numbers will denote कि किस orbital में electron present है, in which orbital the electron is present, and the 4 quantum number will talk about its spin, whether its spin is positive or negative. Understood? So a total of 4 quantum numbers is required to describe an electron inside an atom. ठीक है? So when we say that, when we try to explain where is electron present inside an atom, अभी तक हम यही कोशिश करें ना, atomic structure में we are talking about structure of an atom. We are talking about structure of an atom. We have deduced that there is a nucleus present at the center of the atom and there are electrons around it. Now, where is that electron exactly present? Okay, that we are trying to understand. As per the Bohr's model, electron was orbiting in a fixed circular orbit at a fixed speed, but that is not correct. As per the modern, the quantum mechanical model, we say that electrons do have some definite energies. Electrons may have energy of minus 3.4, electrons may have energy of minus 13.6, but their location inside an atom is not fixed. Okay, they can be understood. We don't explain the electron inside an atom with the help of its location. जैसे हम location specify नहीं करेंगे, but we'll specify its energy inside an atom. So it can be at energy level 1. Within an energy level 1, we have some sub energy levels. It may occupy a particular sub energy level. Okay? And it may be directed along a particular direction, which are described by, it may be at principal quantum number level 1, n equal to 2 or n equal to 3. Within a principal quantum number level n equal to 2 or n equal to 3, it may have a particular shape. It may have a shape of a spherical orbital or a dumbbell shaped orbital. So it may be present in L equal to 0 subshell, or L equal to 1 subshell, or L equal to 2 subshell. And within that subshell, it may be directed along x-axis or y-axis or z-axis. Okay? So these 3 parameters describe an orbital. So these 3 parameters can be better understood in terms of energy, not in terms of position. So electrons की energy को, electron that is present inside an atom, उसकी energy को हम इस तरह से classify करते हैं. It is present, it is having a broader primary energy level, the principal energy level. And then within the principal energy level, we have sub energy levels. And within the sub energy levels, we have orbitals of different orientations. ठीक है? Clear है ये? जैसे हम किसी का एड्रेस बताते हैं, एड्रेस ऑफ अ पर्सन विद इन अ टाउन, तो उस टाउन में किस लोकेलिटी में प्रेजेंट है. मुंबई में अंधेरी ईस्ट में प्रेजेंट है, अंधेरी वेस्ट में प्रेजेंट है. फिर अंधेरी ईस्ट में किस बिल्डिंग में प्रेजेंट है, फिर किस बिल्डिंग के किस फ्लोर पे प्रेजेंट है. तो सिमिलरली इलेक्ट्रॉन इनसाइड एन एटम, ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रॉन किस एनर्जी लेवल पे प्रेजेंट है, फर्स्ट एनर्जी लेवल या सेकंड एनर्जी लेवल या थर्ड एनर्जी लेवल, फिर उस एनर्जी लेवल में किस सब एनर्जी लेवल पे प्रेजेंट है, किस सबशेल में प्रेजेंट है. L equal to 0 subshell, L equal to 1 subshell, L equal to 2 subshell. Then within that subshell, वो किस direction में directed है, x axis के along है या y axis के along है या z axis के along है. ठीक है, आ रहा है समझ में quantum numbers का concept? Is everyone getting this? We're okay? Astha, Aryaman, Vatsal, are you getting this? Very good. So हम ठीक है, now we'll talk about the electronic configuration of different atoms. ठीक है, now we'll talk about electronic configuration of different atoms. एक सेकेंड रुकना. There are different. What is electronic configuration? How are the electrons distributed inside an atom? Electrons कैसे arranged हैं? किस energy level पे पहले इलेक्ट्रॉन फिल करना है, किस एनर्जी लेवल को बाद में फिल करना है, ठीक है, कौन सा सबशेल पहले फिल करना है, कौन सा सबशेल बाद में फिल करना है. तो इट टॉक्स अबाउट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इनसाइड एन एटम. दैट इज द एक्चुअल पर्पस ऑफ द this chapter, the study of this chapter, atomic structure. ठीक है, the actual purpose, the aim of this chapter was to understand the distribution of electrons inside an atom, because the electrons play an important role in explaining the physical and chemical properties of elements and their compounds. ठीक है, तो मेन पर्पस हम केमिस्ट्री का क्या है? वी आर स्टडिंग अबाउट सब्सटेंसेज, वी आर स्टडिंग अबाउट मैटर. मैटर इज मेड अप ऑफ एटम्स एंड मॉलिक्यूल्स. वी आर स्टडिंग देयर प्रॉपर्टीज. ठीक है, we will understand as to how the variation in electronic configuration will result in different properties. ठीक है, जैसे helium, neon, noble gas elements do not combine with other elements. ठीक है, some elements such as sodium tend to lose electrons, some elements such as chlorine tend to gain electrons. The basic purpose of atomic structure is to understand the distribution of electrons, because it is the distribution of electrons which mainly affect the properties of elements and their compounds. ठीक है, तो entire chemistry, the study of chemistry, the physical not chemistry nahi, mainly inorganic and organic chemistry. ठीक है, the basis starts from electronic configuration, and it is the electronic configuration that is the final result of the study of the atomic structure chapter. That is the most important result or most important aspect. एक बार electronic configuration अच्छे से आ जाएगा, then we can study the periodic table chapter. Periodic table के help से we'll study the chemical bonding, and once we have studied the chemical bonding, that will give us a brief overview of study, for the study that will prepare our base for the study of organic and inorganic chemistry. ठीक है, तो let us study the electronic configuration of atoms. ठीक है, क्लियर है? ये आगे बढ़े, बहुत ज्यादा बोर तो नहीं हो रहा है? ठीक है, विल डू क्वेश्चंस. थोड़ा थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट है, थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट कवर कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद विल डू मोर एंड मोर क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, the theoretical understanding is also important. There will be many statement based questions. Which of the following statements are correct, which of the following statements are wrong? This can be explained by options will be given. ठीक है, electronic configuration of atoms, there are some rules, ठीक है, which help to study the electronic configuration of atoms. इसमें फर्स्ट पॉइंट पढ़ेंगे. विरोके finds it interesting. Very good विरोके. और किसी को इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है, मतलब थोड़ा बहुत? देयर मे बी पीपल जिनको बिल्कुल भी बोर लग रहा होगा. ठीक है, तो मतलब ठीक है, थोड़ा सा इट्स नॉट दैट एवरीथिंग वी डू वी लाइक. ठीक है, मेन पर्पस इज टू अंडरस्टैंड इट एज मच एज वी कैन. थोड़ा फोकस करोगे ना, थोड़ा सिंसियर रहोगे और मतलब रेगुलर ध्यान दोगे तो इंटरेस्ट आएगा. ऐसा भी नहीं, इट्स नॉट दैट बोरिंग ऑल्सो. थोड़ा बहुत इंटरेस्ट तो आएगा ही, बिकॉज इट इज द बेसिक ऑफ हाउ थिंग्स वर्क. हाउ दी कोई भी जैसे कंपाउंड कलर है, तो ये कलर क्यों आता है, ग्रीनी कलर क्यों आता है, येलो कलर क्यों नहीं आता है, ये सारी चीजें, these are all dependent on electrons and electrons occupying definite energy levels. तो बहुत ही related है ये सारी चीजें. ठीक है, when we use something to clean some, जैसे soaps use करते हैं, soap used to clean the dirt matter. ठीक है, तो soaps are chemicals. हम दवाइयाँ खाते, दवाई, those medicines are also chemicals. How the a particular medicine acts on a particular disease, ये सब केमिकल्स पे बेस्ड है. तो केमिस्ट्री के बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशंस हैं. अभी सेमीकंडक्टर डिवाइसेस, ठीक है, सेमीकंडक्टर्स हम नॉर्मली फिजिक्स में पढ़ते हैं, बट सेमीकंडक्टर्स आर मेड अप ऑफ सम मटेरियल. ठीक है, उस मटेरियल की प्रॉपर्टीज उसके इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की वजह से आती है. ठीक है, मेटल्स आर वेरी गुड कंडक्टर्स, सेमीकंडक्टर्स आर नॉट वेरी गुड कंडक्टर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, but with increase in temperature the conduction of electric current in semiconductors increases. So this is because of electrons occupying some energy levels. ठीक है, तो ये सारी चीजें सब कुछ केमिस्ट्री से रिलेटेड है कहीं ना कहीं. ठीक है, तो केमिस्ट्री हैज अ वाइड एप्लीकेशन. बस यही कि केमिस्ट्री में केमिकल्स का, एटम्स का, मॉलिक्यूल्स का बिहेवियर कभी कभी बहुत अनप्रेडिक्टेबल होता है. तो हम हमेशा मैथ्स की टर्म्स में नहीं बात करते कि ये ऐसा ही बिहेव करेगा. वी टॉक अबाउट इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू बिहेव लाइक दिस. ठीक है, तो इसलिए बहुत सारे एक्सेप्शंस हैं. तो थोड़ा केमिस्ट्री का स्टडी इट्स नॉट ब्लैक एंड वाइट. ठीक है, तो वी ऑलवेज टॉक अबाउट कि हाँ ये कुछ ऐसा होना चाहिए, and mostly it will behave like this, but in some cases it may have some different behavior also. ठीक है, तो the first rule for electronic configuration of atom is the off-Bohr rule. Very good, many people are finding it interesting. ठीक है, very good. Off-Bohr rule, it is also known as the n plus L rule. Statement is electrons are filled in orbitals in increasing order of their energies. Electrons are filled in orbitals in increasing order of their energies. And the energy is not dependent only on the value of n, but it also depends on value of n LL. Okay. It is found that energy depends on the value of n plus L. Higher is the value of n plus L, higher is the energy. जल्दी से नोट कर लो, तो अगर n प्लस एल का वैल्यू ज्यादा है तो एनर्जी ज्यादा आएगी. ठीक है, विल फर्स्ट फिल द ऑर्बिटल्स विथ स्मॉलर वैल्यूज ऑफ n प्लस एल and then the orbitals with higher values of n plus L. ये स्पेलिंग सही से लिखना, ऑफ बोर रूल, AUFBAU, ऑफ बोर रूल. For every atom this is valid except for single electron species. Let me finish this first. If n plus L value is same for two orbitals, then higher value of n will result in higher energy. एक सेकंड रुकना. If n plus L value is same, then higher value of n results in higher energy. ठीक है. An important point here is, ये नोट करके लिखेंगे, for single electron species such as hydrogen, helium plus, beryllium 2 plus, sorry, Li2 plus beryllium 3 plus etc. Energy depends only on values of n, but for multi-electron species, it depends on n plus L. For multi-electron species, it depends on n plus L. Okay, so let us draw an energy level diagram for the different orbitals or the different subshells. देखो n and L will describe only a particular subshell. ये नोमेनक्लेचर में एक्सप्लेन करता हूं मैंने कैसे लिखा है ये 4s 4p 4d 4f 5s 5p. ध्यान से देखना, horizontally the values of L are changing. यहाँ this represents L equal to 0, L equal to 1, L equal to 2, L equal to 3. And so on. और ऐसे ये वर्टिकल कॉलम्स में वैल्यूज ऑफ एल आर चेंजिंग. इधर देखेंगे वैल्यूज ऑफ एन आर चेंजिंग. n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4 and so on. आ रहा है समझ में? अभी इनके एनर्जी लेवल डायग्राम देखो. We'll connect them diagonally. We'll connect these orbitals diagonally. Let us connect these orbitals diagonally. Diagonally क्यों कनेक्ट किया ये भी एक्सप्लेन करता हूं मैं. Diagonally the n plus l value is equal. ठीक है, n plus l का वैल्यू अगर लिखेंगे तो n plus l is equal to आएगा 1. यहाँ पे n plus l का वैल्यू 2, यहाँ पे n plus l का वैल्यू 3, यहाँ पे n plus l का वैल्यू 4, यहाँ 5, 6, 7, 8 एंड सो ऑन. इस तरह से डायगोनली n plus l का वैल्यू बढ़ रहा है. The values of n plus l increases downwards. आ रहा है समझ में? और इसमें से n का वैल्यू नीचे की तरफ बढ़ रहा है. वैल्यूज ऑफ n increases down the group. So this is actually the order of energies of these orbitals. It will start from 1s. 1s के बाद क्या आएगा? 2s. 2s के बाद 2p. 2p के बाद 3s. 3s के बाद 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, 5p, 6s and so on. These are the order of energies of these orbitals. ठीक है, we can write the order of energies of these orbitals. यहाँ पे मैं अलग से लिख लेता हूँ नीचे. The order of energy will be, सबसे पहले आएगा 1s, फिर 2s, फिर 2p, फिर 3s, फिर 3p. 3p के बाद 3d से पहले 4s आएगा and then we'll get 3d. ठीक है, then 4p. 4p के बाद आएगा 5s, और 5s के बाद ध्यान से देखो, 5s के बाद 4d, 4d 5p एंड देन 6s, 6s के बाद 4f 5d 6p एंड सो ऑन। आ रहा है समझ में? दिस गिव्स अस द energy order of different orbitals or different subshells. This is the energy order as per the n plus l rule, and this energy order is valid only for all multi-electron species, not valid for single electron species. ठीक है, क्लियर है ये? ठीक है, आज के लेक्चर में हम इतना ही करेंगे। ठीक है, मैं होमवर्क बुकलेट से गेट इक्विप्ड जे एडवांस से कुछ क्वेश्चंस मार्क करा देता हूं तुम लोगों को। एक मिनट रुकना। पेज टर्न करूं? होमवर्क में क्वेश्चन नंबर्स 1 2 3 5 to 12 15 to 17 19 to 25 29 to 34। इतना होमवर्क है। ये पिंक में जो लिखा है मैंने, दिस इज द होमवर्क। यू कैन स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग। ठीक है, अगर बुकलेट हो गया है देन यू कैन attempt questions from other books also. One book I will suggest you to solve now is Narendra Avasthi, Physical Chemistry, Problems in Physical Chemistry by Narendra Avasthi. Arihant I don't refer. कर सकते हो, you may, if you want you may do, but I don't generally prefer Arihant books because they generally have many errors. ठीक है, तो अरिहंत की बुक्स में रेफर रिकमेंड नहीं करता हूँ, बट सॉल्व कर सकते हो। ठीक है, मतलब वी कैन डिस्कस द एरर्स। ठीक है, इट्स बेटर। नरेंद्र अवस्थी करके एक राइटर है, उनकी बुक आती है फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री, एडवांस प्रॉब्लम्स इन फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री, so that book is good enough that you can attempt. ठीक है, चलो हो गया आज का लेक्चर, मैं इधर ही एंड कर रहा हूँ। चलो, thank you everyone. Take care. Have a good day.